Hi everyone, welcome back to BBQ for Beginners UK. Today we're going to be doing a couple of things from this wonderful new book I've just picked up. Fire Food by DJ BBQ, some cracking recipes in here. Today we're going to be doing some meatballs and hopefully we get time for some cheeseburgers as well, or a cheeseburger. Let's get started. Okay, as ever, been to Hutchinson Hobbs. I get all my meat from these guys in Yarm, North Yorkshire. I've got a mixture of beef short ribs. In fact, I'll use the book to tell you what we've got in here. For the burger mix, we're going to be using some chuck steak, some flank steak, some brisket, short rib, dry aged beef, and some bone marrow. So that's going to be an interesting one. And we're going to be mincing that on the KitchenAid mixer, which we've seen in the previous video. And for the moink balls, which I guess they are, because they're going to have pork and beef, moo for moo cow and oink for the pork, moink. It's not the exact DJ BBQ recipe, but it's kind of his idea. But I'm also going to put some wrap these in bacon, so it's it's going to have a lovely crispy bacon on the outside. Anyway, let's get cracking. Got some beef short ribs. Or one beef short rib. Just going to take this off the bone. Shouldn't be too difficult. So once I've cut the meat, what I like to do is just put it in the freezer for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and that's just going to kind of begin it to firm up a little bit before we mince it, because the parts of the mince do get quite hot, so we don't want the meat to start cooking. So the colder the meat. In fact, all of the actual parts for the mincing part of the attachment, they're also in the freezer right now, so they're going to be super cold as well. Let's get these into a manageable size of chunks for the mince up. I mean, you don't have to do all these different types of meats like I'm doing. I mean, you could just use. I mean, in the past I've just used a ribeye steak, which is probably a waste of good quality steak, to be honest. But this is a new one for me, the DJ BBQ recipe. So I think all the different types of cuts of meat is going to give plenty of flavour as well. So like I say, I just want these in decent chunks to go inside the mincing machine. Obviously, a nice sharp knife, which is what I have here. We've also got some bone marrow. I've never used bone marrow before, but I do know that it's going to give obviously the fat content and obviously the flavour of that stuff. Wonderful. Okay, that's them done. The brisket. Got to tell you, I'm absolutely starving. I probably should have had something to eat before I started cooking here, but anyway. String off there, I don't need that. Plenty of fat in there. Fat is flavour. I might actually take a little bit of that off, actually. It's probably a little bit too much fat. Then again, we'll see. And finally, got a bit of, Americans call this chuck steak, braising steak in the UK. Pretty much the same thing. This is a pork shoulder. And I'm just going to do the same with that as we did with the beef. I'm just going to chop that up. Obviously going to take off the string first, and then obviously the rind as well. We're not going to be grinding all that rind up as well. I'm tempted to keep the rind actually and make some pork scratchings out of that, so I might just do that, we'll see. So we'll get this chopped up and then we'll let it all hang out in the fridge for a little bit, and then we'll start grinding the whole lot together. Okay, the meat's chilled out for 20 minutes, so we're going to get we'll mince the pork first. Sorry about the noise. I think I mentioned this attachment has been in the freezer overnight, so everything's super cool. It just stops everything from getting warmed up as the meat gets ground. Okay, that's the pork nicely minced up. The beef and the pork is going to be combined for the meatballs, so I'll put a bit of the beef through just to get the rest of the pork out, and then. But I also want a separate mixture of the mince for the burgers that we're going to do, or the burger we're going to do. So I'll just change out these bowls. And time for the beef. Okay, that is the noisy stuff done. So if you like making your own mince and you haven't got one of these KitchenAid things, I recommend you get one because they are really, really good. I've just got some pasta attachments for this KitchenAid as well, so I'll be giving that a bash at some point. Not exactly barbecue, but I do love pasta. Okay, I'm just going to leave the meat in the fridge for a little while and we'll move on to the next stage. Yeah, okay, I forgot the bone marrow. See if we can scrape this out and add it to the mince. Beautiful flavour. Got my butcher to cut it straight down the middle with his bandsaw, it makes life a lot easier. I'm not going to use all of this, obviously, there's quite a lot of it, but it's going to just add to that flavour of that meat mix we're going to do. Like I say, it just crumbles. In the fine little crumbles, I'll just mix that in with the mince. Should have gone through the mincer as well, really, but this will be fine. Okay, with the burger we're going to have a little bit of seasoning, and I'm going to use a combination of these two things. It's Montreal steak seasoning and Lawrys seasoned salt. I've used this before in previous videos. These two things combined, a little seasoning on the burger, so tasty. I'll put links for both of these down in the description below. We're also going to use a sauce that I've used before as well from when I did a smash burger. This is a smash sauce, so we'll put that together pretty quick. Okay, for the sauce, we've got some mayonnaise, about 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of mayo. That goes in. And a couple of tablespoons of the yellow mayonnaise. I'm not even going to use, well, okay. Of course it's new, so I have to take the cap off. This sauce is really, really tasty. Like I say, it's used on the smash burger I've done in a previous video. And it really adds to the flavour of the burger as well. I might put a couple of chilies in here, a couple of pickles on the burger. It's not a generic burger, it's just something I made up myself really. So a couple of tablespoons, this is 100% accurate, you know, yeah, 2 tablespoons roughly of the mustard. This stuff, green relish, New York Deli pickle relish, this stuff's really nice, it adds to it as well. About a tablespoon and a half, it's 1, a little bit more, that'll do. And just for a bit of an experiment, I'm going to put a little bit of horseradish in this, because I like horseradish, it goes well with beef. Bit of an experiment. Not too much, it's quite a strong flavour anyway, so A little bit of horseradish goes in. And what else do we need in there? Squeeze of lemon juice. Gives it a nice little zing, loosens the mixture up a little bit. My hands are clean. It's the lemon juice. And that's it. Let's give this a good old mix. And just put this in the fridge for later on when we're ready for the burger. Way too much. I'm only making one burger, but obviously you can adjust the quantities yourself. That's looking good. Again, I'll put the recipe for this little sauce in the description box at the bottom. Okay, looking good. This can go and sit in the fridge until we need it. Okay, first of all I'm just going to get some meat set aside for my burgers. We're going to smash these burgers, but what I'll do is just mix smallish, well, some small sized balls for the burgers. I'm going to go crazy and do triple decker today. Why not? It's Sunday and I'm going back to work on Wednesday. For those of you who don't know me that well, I work offshore normally, making gas pipelines. Okay, they're going to be my burgers. I'm just going to hold that together a bit better. Okay, now we've got the beef mince and the pork mince all going to go in, give them a mix together. At least get to know each other a bit better. Suppose you could say proper Italian style, pork and beef together, same as you'd make in a ragu, I suppose. I don't want to overwork the meat and keep plenty of air inside there, because when they're cooking, the air that's trapped inside there will help kind of like steam the inside to keep them nice and juicy. Okay, to the mixture I've got some smoked garlic. You can see that in there. Again, my friends at Hutchinson Hobbs have a lovely range of fruit and veg as well as the meat stuff. We've got some, that's about a teaspoon, in fact it's 3 cloves of the garlic. Then we got a teaspoon of dried basil, that goes in, and about a teaspoon of black pepper. Yeah, that should do it. So we give that a good old mix. So I don't want to work the meat too much, but at the same time I want to get those flavours incorporated as well. Now these meatballs, when we put them together, they're going to be stuffed with a mixture of mozzarella and Gruyere cheese. And then once they're done, we're going to wrap the whole thing with some streaky bacon, pancetta or whatever you can get your hands on. A bit of garlic is not quite in there. Again, I'm wearing these gloves, I just don't want to get the meat up my fingernails and all the rest of it. It's obviously more hygienic. My hands are clean anyway, but these gloves just make clean up afterwards a little bit easier. Okay, so let that stand by for a little bit, and we'll make some balls and we'll put the cheese inside. Okay, let's start making some meatballs. I think I'm just going to make a little kind of a pocket in there. Put the cheese in. Make sure that's inside. cap on the top there. There's a bit of extra meat. Again, I don't want to work them too much, but I want to make sure that cheese isn't going to come leaking out too much. Okay, these are big balls. These are going to take a while to cook. Anyway, so when you come back, I'll have all of these done. Okay, half an hour later, we've got, you can see that, everything ready to go. Got my 3, they're going to be burgers. And we got 4 of the balls stuffed with the cheese, the Gruyere and the mozzarella cheese. And you can see wrapped in streaky bacon. Kind of big. I'm hungry. Just going to wait for the chimney starter to get these coals nice and white and ready to go on the bottom of the pit there, and then we'll get cooking. There's a couple of chunks of wood, cherry wood, no, apple wood actually. We're going to sort of smoke these balls. We'll do the burgers after that as well on the hot plate. Okay, we're just about there, so let's get these coals on. I've got some coals at the back that are unlit, and got a little bit of cherry wood just underneath those coals as well. Now you can see the unlit coals there. Okay, so let this settle down a bit, and then we'll get the moink balls on. As you can see, we're going to cook in direct, so the actual moink balls, they're going to cook here, just in direct. Probably got a few too many coals in there, to be quite honest, but it's going to close it down a little bit. Don't want to get it too mega hot. Pop the lid on and just let that settle down a little bit. Meatballs on. Lid back on, and we'll see these bad boys in maybe half an hour or so. Maybe check the temperature a bit before then. You can see I've got the close to about a quarter open, just trying to keep that temperature under control. They look pretty cooked to me, so let's get these off. Beautiful. Smell absolutely lovely, I've got to say. Okay. Gonna let those rest, and then we're gonna do a burger. Okay, it's burger time. 10 seconds. Number 3. those cook a little bit. In the meantime, I've got the Lawrys seasoning sauce, Montreal steak seasoning, a little bit of that on there. Let those cook away a little bit. In the meantime, toast our bread. Won't look very pretty, but it's going to taste very good. Okay, let's give these a flip. Toasted brioche. Let's get some cheese on here. Yep, this is ice for doing that. The idea, create steam. Let that help melt the cheese. Hey presto, melted cheese. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. That, my friends, is a burger. Take it inside and give it a taste. Forgot to put on the pickles. And the smashed sauce goes on there, like so. And I'm going to put a few onions on there, because I like onions. Green onions. Alright. There we go. Okay, got the burger. There's the burger. Okay, let's give this burger a try. Very juicy. That sauce is good, and then the extra, the horseradish sauce really works as well. Okay, meatballs. Just cut one of these open. Nice smoke ring on there. That really is tasty. One thing it does need is maybe a little sauce. Now, the guys at BBQ Grill, these guys sent me some sauce to try. Bottle of their sauce. You can see that there. So, never tasted it before. Going to give it a little try. Give you my honest opinion. Let's check. Okay. Oh, it smells very good. Just going to pour a little bit out of here. Have another little sample. This sauce is good. It's a marinated lamb dip. That is really, really good. Highly recommend this, guys. I'll put a link on the bottom of the video so you can check this out, stuff out yourself. It really is tasty. I'm not just saying that because these guys sent me it. It really is tasty. It's a place to go to. FuliFuji barbecue sauce from BBQ Grill. Very good. Okay, what have we got left? Today's beer, Yorkshire Sparkle. Never had this one before. Got this one from Hutchinson Hobbs. Again, do a good range of beers in there. Local beers mainly. So we can get this the cap off and give it a try. From Treeboom Brewery, Yorkshire Sparkle. Treeboom Brewery, we used locally malted barley and high quality whole hops to carefully create our delicious beers. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's a pale ale, definitely. It's got a bit of a zingy, lemony, limey aftertaste kind of thing. Yeah, it's good. I would drink this in the summertime. It's currently spring here in the UK, but definitely try more of these guys' beers. It's a new one to me. They're in Shipton by Benningborough, which is near York apparently. Well, pretty good beer. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching again as usual, and please hit that subscribe button, tell your pals, need to get the numbers up a little bit. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. If you've got any requests, please send them in. Thanks for watching. Cheers guys. Thank you.